Dear friends, today I will continue with another section from the chapter 16 of the Indian Patent Act or the Patent Act 1970. And the section is the title of section 83 is General Principles Applicable to Working of Patented Inventions. Okay, so we will go through all the clauses through my key points. Okay. Without prejudice to the other provisions contained in this Act, in exercising the powers conferred by this chapter, regard shall be had to the following general considerations, namely, Clause A, that patents are granted to encourage inventions and to secure that the inventions are worked in India on a commercial scale and to the fullest extent that is reasonably practicable without undue delay. Okay. So, the same thing you can do. Please observe the underlined words and read the sub clause with all the punctuation marks. Okay, it will be more clear in understanding. So, in short, I can explain this clause is the purpose of granting patents is to encourage inventions and to secure that the inventions are worked in India on a commercial scale and to be worked to fullest extent without undue delay. Fine. Next, clause B, that they are not granted merely to enable patentees to enjoy a monopoly for the importation of the patented article. The simple explanation for this clause is patents are not granted with a sole purpose to enable the patentee to enjoy a monopoly. Fine. Okay. Next. Clause C is that the protection and enforcement of patent rights contribute to the promotion of technological innovation and to the transfer and dissemination of technology to the mutual advantage of producers and users of technological knowledge and in a manner conducive to social and economic welfare and to a balance of rights and obligations. Okay, the same thing you can do, just observe the underlined words and read the clause carefully. Okay, the simple meaning here is the purpose of protecting and enforcing the purpose of, just a minute. The purpose of protecting and enforcing the patent rights is also to promote technological innovations and for the transfer and dissemination of technology so that all the stakeholders are benefited. Okay, and due to monopoly, inventors and investors are encouraged to continue advancing research and development as they are assured with a return, and this ensures that the society can continually get benefits. Okay, and delicate balance exists between the two. Okay, next one is clause D, that patents granted do not impede protection of public health and nutrition and should act as instrument to promote public interest, especially in sectors of vital importance for socio-economic and technological development of India. The same thing in simple way I can explain it like patents should act as a beneficiary instrument to promote public interest in sectors of vital importance. Patents should not, or actually do not in India, impede protection of public health and nutrition. Fine. Okay, next clause is clause E, that patents granted do not in any way prohibit central government in taking measures to protect public health. The simple meaning is the granted patents do not create a hindrance for the central government in taking measures to protect public health. Okay. Next one is clause F, that the patent right is not abused by the patentee or person deriving title or interest or patent from the patentee, and the patentee or a person deriving title or interest on patent from the patentee does not resort to practices which unreasonably restrain trade or adversely affect the international transfer of technology, and is connecting with clause G. Okay, so the simple meaning of clause F is the below points are taken care. What? that the patent right is not abused by the patentee, etc. That means other persons involved also, and they have a right like patentee. Okay, next one is the patentee, etc. does not. I will read it again. The patent right is not abused by the patentee, etc., and the patentee, etc., does not resort to practices of restraining trade or adversely affect the international transfer of technology. Fine. Next one is clause G, and this is the last clause. That just a minute. That patents are granted to make the benefit of the patented invention available at reasonably affordable prices to the public. And this simply means the patents are granted to make benefit of the invention, and that too at reasonably affordable prices to the public. Okay. So this way all the clauses of section 83 are completed, and now I have taken a case study here just to enhance your knowledge regarding this. Okay, so case is Franz Xaver Humer versus New Year's engineers. Okay, here you can refer this case study in your search engine and you can find it. Okay, so I'm just giving you some outlines here. Okay, here the division bench of the Delhi High Court, when denying injunctive relief, examined the legal position on this issue in both the US and the UK to finally conclude that the effect of non-use in disentitling the plaintiff to injunctive relief was as much applicable to a suit of patent infringement as it was to a suit of trademark infringement. Hence, the plaintiff who had registered its patents in 1984 but not used them in India could not, in equity, seek a temporary injunction against the respondent. Okay, you can study this case in a detailed manner. Okay. Okay, so this way friends, all the clauses with a case study of section 83 is completed. So please go through my video, please go through the barract as well. Please give me any kind of suggestions, any kind of compliments, comments in my comment box, and please tick a like if you really like it, and please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Okay, thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for watching my video. Stay safe, stay blessed.